Mr. Hickok, are you facing any criminal charges this morning, or are you be held simply on this front of the court bench warrant?
Just this bench warrant, Your Honor. I just came back from Florida a few months ago. I was down there incarcerated, and then this warrant came out, and I don't know. I haven't. It was just for this, as far as I know.
Right. What's your current mailing address, Mr. Hickok? An obligation to keep the front of the court informed of any change of address. So when you receive a notice to appear because you're not keeping contact and you don't appear, that's when bench warrants issue. So it's sort of on you, Mr. Hickok. Are you currently employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
With whom?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay. When did you last work?
I've been off for 3 weeks because of a broken collarbone.
Okay. Do we still have a job when you get out of jail?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. How have you been supporting yourself in the past 3 weeks?
My mom, my grandma, my girl.
Okay. All right. Hopefully they can post a bond on your behalf, Mr. Hickok. When you get released from jail, you need to come over to the front of the court and fill out a change of address form.
What do you say?
So when you get released from jail?
Well, Your Honor, the reason I was incarcerated for the last 3 years, and for my notice of appear, that last address you had, I did a Zoom meeting when I was in Lenawee County Jail before I got extradited down to Florida, and I was supposed to go to court in February, but that was like 3 years ago. I had just came home and started getting things back around. I found out I had thyroid cancer and other things. I had just came back home, Your Honor, and then this popped up. I didn't know. I've been trying to work with everything. I'm taking care of everything down in Lenawee County that I've had to take care of my past stuff. I mean, I'm trying, Your Honor. I have been incarcerated for the last 3 years.
Provide the court some information about Mr. Hickok in this particular case, please.
Yes, Your Honor. It appears that we were aware he was incarcerated, but he was released from incarceration. I believe it said May of 2024. This warrant was issued October 15th of 2024 from a referee McKee hearing. This is an arrears only case because of his incarceration. His support was abated. The arrears on the case is $11,082.92. And Mr. Hickok was found in contempt on December 18th of 2020. It was a first finding and he has a 40-day balance.
Mr. Hickok, is your collarbone now repaired? Can you go back to work, or are you still going to be off for another week or two?
No, I can go back to work as soon as I can. I mean, I'm on light duty because I was supposed to be in a sling, but I can still do other things. My boss has been allowing me to go back to work, but if I miss much more, I don't know. Excuse me.
Why haven't you been back last week?
Have I been back the last week? Light duty, yes, sir.
Well, you said you've been off for 3 weeks. Now you're saying you're back on light duty?
No, I'm going back Monday. I was supposed to go back Monday. I apologize because of the holidays and everything. I go back Monday for light duty, sir. I'm sorry. I forgot what the days were. This has got me confused.
Well, you've got 40 days hanging over your head, Mr. Hickok. So in order to get released from jail, you need to post a cash bond. So this is where you reach out to your grandmother, your mother, your girls.
They don't have nothing.
That cash bond.
I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose everything now.
Okay. How much can you post?
Maybe a couple hundred, sir. I have the holidays and everything. I just came. I'm going to be going back. Matter of fact, if you give me till next Friday, sir, I will give you $500. I'll give you the first week check, sir.
It doesn't work that way, Mr. Hickok, because we don't have.
That's the only way, because I don't have no money to work for. I have to work for my money.
The court is not convinced you return with the payment, Mr. Hickok, so you need to post a bond, cash bond. Ms. Pratt, what's your recommendation? Or do you have any questions, first of all, for Mr. Hickok?
I do have a question. Mr. Hickok, when were you hired at Intuit Auto Sales?
2 months ago.
Do you have a date?
No, I don't know the exact date, ma'am. I'm sorry. I've had so much medical going on. I don't know.
Did you notify the front of the court that you were employed?
I had sent a message. I had sent an email or tried calling because it's been all confusing because of my incarceration, ma'am. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry. And find out thyroid cancer and everything else. I've had a lot going on, ma'am. But I have tried contacting my people. We've all tried contacting. I didn't know where to look at. The last letter I received from you guys is when Oh my God, I was incarcerated in Florida, and something child protective services happened at the house that my son's at. Even he's not with his mother or something, he's with his grandparents. That's the last thing I received. Okay. I do know I owe in rearages. I've only been working for a couple months, and then I just got injured again.
Mr. Hickok, when
Because
did you
of
come back to Michigan?
August.
I have
I
nothing
came back
for
in
you, Your
August.
Honor.
I found out I had thyroid cancer. They've been trying to put me on disability, but I've been trying to work because I have thyroid cancer and my rheumatoid arthritis. But I am at least trying to work. But now I'm not gonna have a job. So
Right. Well, Mr. Hickok, you've been sitting on your hands. If you're after you've been working, you've not paid one dime toward your child support in recent weeks. You've not made any contact with the front of the court. If you would have contacted the front of the court, say, I've got thyroid cancer, I've got a collarbone break, I've got this and that, and update the address, and the front of the court will work with you, but you've totally ignored the front of the court. So
because of everything going on in my medical, Your Honor, I am
time.
sorry. I have been taking care of that and a place to live, trying to find a place to live. I've been trying to do, I'm actually for once not on probation or parole in my life. I've been trying to do the right things. I am out there working. I'm trying to make a living for myself so I can actually take care of my son. I'm trying these for once. I'm 47 years old. I have never been out of prison this long in my life, and I'm actually staying out. And
Right, that's good. Mr. Hickok, all you need to do is come visit the front of the court. Come down and see someone. Very simple. You don't need no need to apologize. You're simply.
I know. I'm saying I have no license either. I don't have no license or go car.
All right. All right, Mr. Pratt, what's your recommendation this morning?
Your Honor, front of the court would request 7 days immediate credit for the 1 day because it appears that Mr. Hickok was arrested yesterday with a $500 cash bond.
All right. To Mr. Hickok, anything you want to say before the court imposes sentence?
I'm trying, Your Honor. I'm actually for once trying in my life. Please give me a chance to try.
Well, it's a pretty reasonable recommendation, Mr. Hickok. So the courts will follow the recommendation. It's very reasonable. You can be home for dinner if you can post $500 cash. So you make some phone calls today. The sentence of this court is you ordered to serve 40 days in Monroe County jail as follows: 7 days immediate. You're giving credit for the 1 day you have served. So that means you're going to serve the next 6 days in jail, but you can cut that short by posting a $500 cash bond.
I have to work.
Keep in mind, you still have 33 days to have your head. You can avoid the additional 33 days by keeping in contact with front of the court. When you get released, even if you serve the 6 days, Mr. Hickok, come over to the Monroe County front of the court, change your address so you get a future notice, and keep the front of the court informed. And you need to make some payments. And finally, I'm going to give you a date for review. Mr. Pratt, what do you suggest for review date?
February 11th at 1 p.m., Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hickok, you ordered to appear.
I'm supposed to have surgery on the 10th.
Your Honor, we can push it back to February 4th.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hickok, you ordered to appear before the front of the court February 4th at 1 p.m. You can appear via Zoom if you're working. February 4th at 1 p.m. Either in person or you can appear via Zoom. A copy of
I won't be
order
working.
will be sent over to the jail. You get a copy of this before you're released. And if you want a copy mailed, you need to provide the front of the court with your new address. Do you have any questions, Mr. Hickok?
What do I do when I don't have a job when I get out to be able to pay?
That will conclude this matter. You just got to pay attention, be proactive. Mr.
I understand,
Hickok.
but
We're
what do I,
sitting on
what
your hands.
now when I get out and don't have a job, what do I do for paying for not having a job?
Hopefully if you're a good employee, your employer will hire you back. Maybe between
He's already
your
said he can't
employer
wait that
and
long,
your
sir,
family, they
because
can
I've
help
been
you
off.
post a $500 cash bond. So you got to be
Nobody
proactive.
can.
Mr.
It's the
Hickok.
holidays.
All right.
It's the holidays. So now I'm just might as well just sit in here the whole time. Is that because I'm not gonna have a job? I'm not gonna be able to afford $500. If I go back to work Monday, I can pay $500 on Friday, Your Honor. I'm trying to work with you guys. I'm trying to explain to you. I'm for once finally trying to do something right. I'm
If you
trying
would
to
have done
work. I
something
don't
right,
know how
you would
this
have
stuff
contacted
works.
the court ahead of time, Mr. Hickok, before being
I
arrested.
don't know this, Your Honor. I didn't know this. I thought they had my address because they sent me mail down to the prison. when I was down there. That's an address I had after the last address you guys had for me. So I figured you guys knew what my address was. I didn't know. I don't know this stuff. I'm finally
Well-
trying to do stuff right for once in my life. But this is the stuff that makes me want to just say screw it.
Okay, well, you're just gonna dig the hole deeper, Mr. Hickok. So in any event, call your family and friends, tell them that you can repay them in a week when you get paid. So hopefully they can advance.
I
you
have no
$500, you
phone
can be out
calls,
of
Your
jail.
Honor.
So that will conclude this hearing. You can zoom out. We'll send copies order over to the jail. Thank you, Mr. Pratt.
Thank you, Your Honor.